Hello guys, this is a recap of my ongoing series on how to build a blog using Google App Engine, and I hope you've been following along, and you still have enough time to do all you want. Really, it's up to your schedule. Now, so what we started with was just a simple application, right, that said hello world. So we created our application in the application launcher, and when we just visited it for the first time, it said, "Oh, hello world" and stuff like that. And then we edited the content, improved on it, added more stuff, and right now we have something that actually you could actually call this a blog. You can keep posting on it and publish it, right? And again, this is the basic, this is the simplest you can go, really. And of course you can add more stuff to it, and you can do more than that. So basically this is how the blog looks like right now, right? Your latest blog post, and this is my second post posted on that. A bunch of CSS in decorations here, and not very important really, and a few pages, about page, nothing there. And then the new tab here indicates, takes you to a form where you can submit a new post, right? So you can actually submit a new post here, and the moment you finish, you click publish, it will redirect you back to home, and it will show you the same thing that you just posted. So it's pretty decent. Now what we are doing here is we are getting the data from the forms, storing them in the database, and using the query method functions to get the posts from the data store and showing them to the users. Pretty easy. So we learned how to create a model for our posts, and passing in the properties that it expects, and storing the data using the put method, and then querying the database using db.gql query, and then select everything from post. So we also learned how to use templates. Okay, you see, at some point you want to avoid mixing HTML and Python together. So in order to do that, you need templates. So templates will help you to do that and reduce all the messes, remove the messy work, and that's pretty much it. But maybe I should also mention something about handlers inside the app.yaml. Remember, if you want to render CSS or images or JavaScript, you need to indicate them here, add them here as a into the static directories. So point them to the static directories, and you should be able to go ahead with your rendering. So we also created some folders, assets, and templates, and that's pretty straightforward if you've been following. And then now inside the index.html, I showed you how to use use Python code inside the HTML. That is pretty interesting, because you wouldn't really do this without using templates. That's pretty simple. Just say for something, you can do all the coding here inside the HTML, but remember to use this syntax. This is pretty important, and that is as easy as it could get. So I'm going to jump in really quick into a presentation mode here of what I created earlier, and just to summarize everything and get done here. So we started by downloading Python, and also downloading App Engine, Google App Engine. Installed those, and we were set to go. Then we created our application. We realized that just the Hello World program doesn't really give us much, so we created more templates and more added more HTML there. I even introduced Bootstrap CSS and just some JavaScript, and that was pretty cool. And then we learned how to create handlers like home page or about page or new. So we created those and then rendered the respective HTML files. And then after that, I showed you how to include static files in your application inside the app.yaml. And then we handled the forms. So we picked up the information submitted by the users through the forms, and sometimes we displayed them on the browser, but we realized that that is not really smart enough. So instead, we had to do something called storing storage. So we stored our data using the Google App Engine data store, and it's pretty easy. And we could confirm that by visiting the administrative console. And finally, we retrieved the data from the data store and displayed them to the users every time. So we realized that maybe that might, if we have like millions of viewers or something like that, that might hit the database more often. So we might have to improve that by using something called caching. So we might do that next time in my post. So having said that, that's good enough for now, and I hope you've had fun. And if you have any questions, please, you can ask them through Twitter or Google Plus or YouTube as well. And you can also visit my blog simpledeveloper.com and find me on Twitter through Invincible. And I'll see you soon, I guess. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again, and take care.